House ticket will conclude with a special report on the Speaker of the 9th House of Representatives, Right Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila. Keep watching.
I, Hakeem Olufemi Gbajabiamila.
The last 3 years of his legislative life have been remarkable. Soon after he became the Speaker of the 9th House, Right Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila introduced some unprecedented reforms as he promised in his inaugural speech on June 11, 2019.
The 9th Assembly under my leadership is going to be a house of reforms, or if you like, a reform assembly. The reforms will be dished out piecemeal and at intervals so as not to shock the system. Moving forward, therefore, my dear colleagues, it will not be business as usual, and we will be shaking the table just a little.
One of such reforms was the introduction of electronic voting during key debates. For the first time since the Green Chamber was built, Gbajabiamila ensured the installation of electronic gadgets that would aid e-voting in Parliament. And that was achieved within just 1 month of his emergence.
As the yes have it, 68 yes, 4 no, nobody abstained.
Another area that he had expressed so much concern about was the issue of legislative library. To fix this, Gbajabiamila established the House Committee on Legislative Library and Documentation. And during the first budget considered by the 9th House, the 2020 budget, the sum of 2 billion naira was appropriated for the building of the National Assembly Legislative Library. As we speak, the building is almost completed. With his progressive mind and working in synergy with the Senate as well as the support of the executive arm, Speaker Femi Gbajabiamila ensured that the nation's budget cycle was returned to the desired January to December in the past 3 years. This has helped the Nigerian government to achieve a lot in terms of implementing the budget. It was also to the credit of the House under Gbajabiamila that the Petroleum Industry Act (PIA), the Finance Act, the Deep Offshore Sharing Formula Act, the Electoral Amendment Act, and a host of others were all achieved in just 3 years. Only recently, the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Femi Gbajabiamila, officially inaugurated the Legislative Mentorship Initiative program with the theme, Building the Next Generation of Nigeria's Public Sector Leaders. The Speaker, who is the founder of the initiative, stated that the country desperately needs leaders with capacity to make quality decisions in politics and governance.
Some of these changes are technological.
Please be seated. Please put your hands together for
Similarly, Speaker Femi Gbajabiamila also gave lecture during the second parliamentarian lecture organized by the National Institute for Democratic Studies, where he spoke about the 9th House of Representatives.
I made a commitment that the 9th House will be a reform assembly. I envisioned a center of policy innovation and an agent of transformation in the administration of the affairs of the Nigerian state. My colleagues and I recognize that keeping that promise required a structured approach to legislative policy making. That structured process, by necessity, had to begin with articulating our policy goals, development ambitions, and the priorities to which we would devote scarce resources. This is how we came to the idea of a legislative agenda designed for the House of Representatives with input from stakeholders.
The achievements of the 9th House recorded with Speaker Femi Gbajabiamila in the saddle, suffice it to say that the Speaker has contributed a lot to the Nigerian Parliament, and posterity will remember him as a legislative hero who worked tirelessly for his country. When the story is written, he occupies a sizable part of it.
Those in support, please say aye. Those against, please say nay. Ayes have it.